picking myself up from a near drug-induced coma that I miraculously survived. I saw things clearer than I ever had. I have to imagine it was because I was away from all the noise that cluttered up my head. And with being stripped of all my superficial things, I was exposed in a way I had never been. It was freeing. I started to recondition myself, abstaining from the shallow things that had once obstructed my life, and focused on regaining and then elevating everything I let crumble. From my body to my mind, from soul to spirit. I got back to the basics, clean eating and drinking. Educating myself more. Thoughtfully reflecting. Things which were once the foundation of my life, but quickly evaporated when I got sucked into the abundance of stuff. Now, no longer were those tawdry things plaguing me. I was open to everything. The people I passed. The city I lived in. The air I breathed. My everyday environment. Everything. Not knowing where I was being led, but completely trusting the process, and actually appreciating the journey. Being truly settled and sound, a soothing and sweet, guiding voice spoke, telling me to
go to the desert, for it's there where you will find your answers.
And so, I went. When I arrived, I came as I was, with just the clothes on my back, a few bucks in my pocket, and all that bursting ambition once again, to learn, to discover something deeper, outside myself. With only a few steps or so, moving through a village, around the corner, by an idle alleyway, against a wall, I met Mena. A man who offered to not just show me around, but fulfill what I was seeking. Though in order to do that, we would have to travel deep into the desert. And of course, I agreed. didn't ask any questions because I was just grateful for his service, as unorthodox as the whole thing was. If anything, that's what intrigued me more. The reason why I was here. That's something outside myself. Initially, it was just us. Then we went by group. Then as we got deeper, where the terrain was too dangerous, we were back to just the two of us. We scaled the steepest dunes, and we fought through treacherous sandstorms. All more than worthwhile, because I knew the eventual endpoint would be glorious. When our trails started to appear infinite, we reached a worn but still imposing temple, presiding over lands in ruins in this dream-like desertscape. The temple carried an eerie though alluring quality, like it was summoning us to enter. And we did. Where things got even more eerie and alluring. Appearing seemingly out of nowhere, this figure said their name was Merton. Mena quietly told me this specific person was a renowned mystic who supposedly had been around for centuries upon centuries. Merton chuckled and said a mystic, no, more of a relic than anything else. However, Merton said that's not to discount their rather abstract ability to read a human soul. Then noted they saw mine possessing a hunger they hadn't seen in a very long time, and that they could quell my starvation, propelling me to new glorious heights I could have never fathomed in the process. Though like with anything of priceless value, they cautioned that the cost would be steep. Of course, I was in. When I awoke the next day, I found myself oddly and ironically right where I began, coming down from the previous day's high on my floor. Though this was a very different kind of feeling, because instead of crashing, I was connecting. Like all the circuit breakers in my head were fusing to form one gigantic super brain, while it was being fed beyond brilliant brain cells that kept multiplying and multiplying. As the makeup of my entire body felt not only fully restored from the years of abuse I had put it through, though far superior to any body. Like I was invincible with what I could see or lift, how I could run, even walking was sailing to me. Before, my drive was humanistic. This was different, because this was outer-worldly. I realized what happened to me in the desert wasn't a revival of self, rather a resurrection of one. I was no longer wandering, I was purpose-driven. I wasn't focused. I was lasered in on the objective at hand, and that objective was to annihilate and dismantle anything that gets in my way from achieving me building my true empire, all while taking names, kicking ass, and putting the ultimate respect on my name. Karl. Motherfucking Witherston.